Hi everyone, I'm Nathan Park, and I'm so excited to welcome you to our very first offering of CS128. I wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of our online compiling and grading interface and how you can make the most out of it. Just a little disclaimer, I made this activity just for this demo, so this isn't something you're going to have to complete. The sole purpose of this is to show you guys around the interface, so even if you don't understand any of the codes that I'm writing, that's okay. Let's get started. Here we have an activity called Hello World. And as you can see here by this yellow badge, this activity is graded and that contributes to your final grade. For these graded activities, you'll see this banner right here that has information about your score. It says I have not attempted this activity, which is true. And down here, we have this editor interface. Especially in C++, it's important to keep things in separate files, and you'll learn more about why this is important later. So we have introduced this new tab code editor with different files present. Here you can see a run button that executes this program with the main function in the driver file acting as the entry point, as well as this grade button. And next to this, we have a save button, and down here, we have a history button. I want to remind you that our activity interface does not save your code for you unless you press the save button or compile or grade your code. This is intentional because of the history interface you'll see in a moment. Let's try printing out a simple message in our main file. Let's do my hello, scope resolution operator, and print hello. What I'm going to do is click this run button, which will execute my program. And we can see the program that says hello, which is what I expected. And now we are going to look at the history panel down here. Our system will list all instances of the actions you've taken, whether that be run, like we just did, grade, or save. We're going to want to hit refresh to see this reflected. And as you can see here, we have this run instance appearing on the list. Now we can go back to the prompt. It's telling me to add a member function called isEmpty that returns true if the list is empty and false otherwise. And as I said, you do not need to understand the codes I'm writing. We're not interested in the driver file right now, so let's drag this to the end of the list so that it's easier for us to navigate. I'm going to add the function signature of isEmpty in the header file first. And we'll make it public. And the return type will be bool, and the name is isEmpty and takes no argument. And I'm going to go over to hello world.cpp and start defining this function. IsEmpty, my hello scope resolution operator, and the name is isEmpty takes no argument. And we're going to have this return false for now. Since I have some work that I want to keep, I'm going to hit save so that I don't lose this. And now let's say we stop working here to resume later, or we left this page for some reason. Now, as you can see here, it's asking, or refresh this, it's asking if you want to keep working on what you had before you left. This is the latest version that I just saved. And if you come down here to the editor, you can actually see that my work is not there anymore. Whenever the page reloads, we fill the editors up with the starter codes so that you can revert to the version you want to work on. In this case, I'm just going to hit revert in the banner right here and confirm. As you can see, it reverted back to the version that I saved before. Refresh this page. And now we can keep working on this. But before we make any changes, I want to try and grade this. So I'm going to press grade and wait for a bit. And as you can see, one of the tests is failing because we are only returning the value false, regardless of the state of the list, and it makes sense. And as I just did, you will always want to read the feedback the auto-grader gives you. Now we are going to go back to the history panel, hit refresh, and we can see that we have earned 5 out of 10 points. Let's go back to the code. And here, we'll try declaring a size_t variable called len and assign the value to vect.length. And we're going to return if this length is equal to 0. And we're going to hit grade. And as you can see, there was an error in a change I just made. So I probably just want to revert back to the previous version. So let's go back to the history panel, hit refresh. And I want to determine which version I want. In this case, we can click on this button to see the details of this submission. And we can also see the output of this instance. You see here. And we probably want this one. So we're going to revert back to this version. We're going to confirm. And it has reverted back to the version that I wanted. The problem was because vector.length doesn't exist. We have to use vector.size instead. So we're just going to return vect.size equals 0. And we're going to hit grade. And there you go. We passed all 2 tests. And if we refresh this page, we can actually see that we have earned 100% on this activity. For TRAs like this, your auto-grader score is always final. So you can see this reflected right away in your gradebook. So if you click on the profile picture and click gradebook, you can see that we have earned 10 out of 10 points of this Hello World activity.